Hello everyone. In the previous lecture, we have discussed what is vapor pressure and Raoult's law. In that Raoult's law, we have discussed the vapor pressure of a solution containing a non-volatile solute and vapor pressure of a solution containing two volatile liquids. Now there I have mentioned you Raoult's law is applicable only for dilute solution. There I have just mentioned that dilute solution is one in which the quantity of solid is extremely small, that is a very dilute solution. And as I mentioned earlier, none of the solution is 100% ideal. We simply say that these are nearly ideal. Now we are going to discuss two types of solution. So solution is categorized into two, that is first one is known as ideal solution, the second one is known as non-ideal solution. Now we are going to focus on these two types of solution. First, ideal solution, what are its characteristics, thermodynamic parameters, etc, etc. So coming to these two types of solution, first we'll take up ideal solution. So we are starting with ideal solution. Now first of all, let's define what is ideal solution. Now a solution is said to be ideal if it follows the Raoult's law strictly over the entire concentration range. So those solutions in which the Raoult's law is strictly followed, those solutions are known as ideal solutions. So solutions which follow Raoult's law strictly, they are known as ideal solution. Now we will focus on the ideal behavior of the solution. A solution, why this solution follows Raoult's law? Now the condition is, we have a combination of solute and solvent in the mixture. For a solution to be the ideal, the two components have almost similar shape, almost similar size, and nearly or almost similar intermolecular interactive force. That means we have two components A and B. Now the molecular size and shape of A and B are approximately same or nearly identical. If identical, well and good. If not, they are nearly identical. Second, these interaction between A and A molecules and the interaction between B and B molecules are nearly same, or the interaction between A and B molecules is also approximately same. If these conditions are satisfied, then the solution is said to be nearly ideal solution. So for this solution, shape and size of components are nearly same. Second, the interactive force between the components are nearly same. So if we have this type of condition, then the solution will follow Rolle's law, and the solution is to be nearly identical or ideal, or simply we say solution is ideal solution. So now look at this. In terms of intermolecular attractive force, intermolecular attractive force. Now suppose we have a component A. Now this component A and A has got interaction, that is A interaction. Now the strength of this AA interaction is approximately same as that of BB interaction, or that means interaction between the component B and B molecules, and this is approximately or nearly same as that of interaction between A and B. That means when A and B are mixed together, A cannot differentiate whether this I am interacting with A or B. Similarly, B cannot differentiate between B and A. That means the interactive force between the different components is nearly same as between the same components. So this is intermolecular attractive force. If this condition is satisfied, then the Rolle's law will be followed. Second, now we are saying that Rolle's law is to be followed. So according to Rolle's law, vapor pressure of A in the solution is equals to vapor pressure of pure A multiplied by mole fraction A. Vapor pressure of B in the solution is equals to vapor pressure of pure B multiplied by its mole fraction, and the total vapor pressure above the liquid solution is equals to sum of vapor pressures of the pure components plus PB naught x B. So this is what we call as Rolle's law. So if we have this condition, then Rolle's law is followed. Now the thermodynamics says now we are mixing these components A and B. During this mixing, enthalpy may be changed. Now for a solution which follows this condition, that is ideal, delta H, that is enthalpy change during the mixing of A and B, this is 0. That means enthalpy before the mixing and enthalpy after the mixing both are same. So if enthalpy before the mixing and enthalpy of the solution after mixing is same, then this change in enthalpy during the course of this solution formation is 0. Now the question is, why this enthalpy change should be 0? Now the reason is here. For a solution to be ideal, we say that interaction between A and B is identical to that of BB interaction, which is identical to that of A interaction. That means now when A and B is mixed together, now this interactive force is similar to that of BB interaction. That means on mixing A and B, no amount of energy is required to break this BB molecule interaction or AA molecule interaction. So the interactive force is nearly same. So no amount of energy is required to break, no amount of energy is released, because all the interactive forces are nearly having same magnitude. Hence the enthalpy change during the mixing of this AB is 0. Then delta V, volume change during the mixing, volume change is also 0. Now again the question is, why there is no change in volume? Normally we say, if suppose we take 5 ml of A plus 5 ml of B, so before mixing amount of volume of solution is 5 plus 5 10. After this 5 ml 5 ml is mixed to form a solution, AB solution. The volume of AB solution will also be 10 ml. The reason being, look, there is similar magnitude of the interactive force. As a result, the volume change, that is at micro level, molecular level. So this is also 0. So thermodynamics says if this condition is fulfilled, then the solution will be ideal solution. Now delta G, that is free energy change during the mixing. Free energy change for this mixing, this is equals to 2.303 NT, total number of moles of A and B present in the solution, RT, summation of mole fraction of component into logarithm of the mole fraction. Now since we are having A and B, so this mole fraction of A into log of A, mole fraction of A, plus mole fraction of B multiplied by log of mole fraction of B. Now look at this. N is the total number of moles, R is a gas constant, T is the temperature of the solution in which the solution is being prepared. Now R is a positive quantity, T is a positive quantity, total number of moles is a positive quantity, but this mole fraction being less than 1, log of something less than 1 is always negative. That means this delta G mixing is negative. So since delta G is mixing, the process is known as spontaneous mixing. And the entropy change during the mixing. Entropy change. This is equals to minus 2.303 NT R summation of mole fraction of ith component into log of the mole fraction of ith component. So now look at this. This being negative, the log of something less than 1 is always negative. So negative into negative, this comes out to a positive. So the entropy change during the mixing of A and B will always be positive. Now since entropy means, now look at this, we are having this A and B mixing. So the obviously the disorderness or randomness of the solution will always be greater than the disorderness of the solution present in A solution or B solution. So this is what we call as thermodynamic parameters for an ideal solution. So the thing you have to keep in mind is delta H mixing is 0 for ideal solution, delta V mixing is always 0 for this ideal solution. So this is, if these conditions are satisfied, then we can say this is solution is an ideal solution. Now for this ideal solution, the graph that represents the ideal solution is suppose, look at it, this is mole fraction, variation of mole fraction. So we have mole fraction of A1, mole fraction of B is 0, mole fraction of A is 0 here, mole fraction of B is 1 here. Now when mole fraction of A is 1, now look at this. So P is equal to P A naught. So let's suppose this is P A naught. P A naught. Now when the mole fraction of B is 1, PB is equal to PB naught. Let's suppose this is PB naught. Now this, look at this, at this point mole fraction of A is 1, so we have PA naught. At this point mole fraction of A is 0. If mole fraction of A is 0, PA is equals to again 0. So this decreases from this point to this point. That is the variation of vapor pressure of A in the solution. On the other hand, look at this. Now look at this, mole fraction of B is 1 here. So we have PB is equals to PB naught. At this particular point mole fraction of B is 0. So if mole fraction of B is 0, PB is equals to 0. So this is the variation of PB. And total pressure, look at this. At this point, mole fraction of A is 1, mole fraction of B is 0. So this is 0, so this is 1. So PT is equal to PA naught. At this particular point, mole fraction of B is 1, mole fraction of A is 0. So mole fraction of A 0 means this term is 0. Mole fraction of B 1 means this term comes out to be PB naught. So there is a variation of this graph from PA naught to PB naught. So this is total pressure, which is equals to PA naught XA plus PB naught XB. This is PA, which is equals to PA naught XA. This is PB, which is equals to PB naught XB. So now look at this. All the graphs, individual vapor pressure of A, vapor pressure of B, and the total pressure, all these graphs are straight line. Now in this case, we have just assumed that A is more volatile than B. So this was the case for a solution to be ideal, and the graph representing an ideal solution. So for ideal solution, graph is always a straight line. Now the point is, we get some examples of ideal solution. Let's see some examples of ideal solution. Examples of ideal solution. Now condition is intermolecular attractive force between A and B should be similar to between BB and as well as AA. So look at this. We have SnCl4, tin chloride and carbon tetrachloride. This solution forms nearly ideal. Now look at this. Tin chloride is also non-planar. This is also non-planar. So interactive force between non-planar molecule is London dispersion force. So this is also London dispersion force. So this is under ideal solution. Now we can have look at this. Benzene and toluene, C6H6 plus toluene, that is methyl benzene. So benzene and toluene again forms nearly ideal solution. Then we have look at this N-hexane, C6H14, N-hexane and N-heptane, C7H16. Again this forms nearly ideal solution. Then we have look at this chlorobenzene, C6H5Cl, chlorobenzene and bromobenzene, C6H5Br. Again this forms nearly ideal solution. Then also we can have look at this. Some more examples. Methanol, CH3OH plus ethanol. Again this forms nearly ideal solution. So if you look at this mixture of solutions, the interactive force between the different component is nearly same in magnitude to that of identical components. So this is what we call as ideal solution. So this is strictly following Raoult's law, and these are the conditions. This is Raoult's law condition. This is in terms of intermolecular attractive force, and this is the thermodynamic parameters, and this is the graph which represents the ideal solution. Now coming to next, that is non-ideal solution. Now if the molecular shapes and size are different and the interactive force between the different components is different in magnitude than the interactive force between the same components, then those types of solutions are known as non-ideal solution. So after this ideal solution, we are saying non-ideal solution. So next heading is non-ideal. So these solutions does not follow Raoult's law. So solutions which does not follow Rolle's law. Now for such type of solution, the shape and size of components are different. Components are different and the interactive force between them are different. So now the interactive force being different, intermolecular attractive force between the components are also different. Now under this ideal condition, because we are going to discuss non-ideal solution. Now this non-ideal solution is of two types, positive deviation and the negative deviation. So now look at this. For these types of solution, this PA is not equals to PA naught XA and PB is not equals to PB naught XB, and total pressure is not equals to PA naught XA plus PB naught XB, because this is the one predicted from the Rolle's law. If this is the condition, then look at this. AA interaction, the magnitude of A interaction is not equals to that of the magnitude of BB interaction, which is not equals to the magnitude of AB interaction. So this is for ideal solution. Now the question is, look at this. This value may be greater than this value or maybe less than the ideal value. Based on this, we have two types of non-ideal solution. The first one is known as positive deviation from Rolle's law. So positive deviation from Rolle's law. Now we have a solution whose vapor pressures are greater than the one predicted from the ideal solution. Those types of solutions are known as positive deviation from Rolle's law. Now for this positive deviation from Rolle's law, the molecular interaction term molecular interaction. So molecular interaction says, now this interaction between A and A molecule is greater in magnitude than the interactive force that exists between the different components A and B, or the interactive force that exists between B and B molecule is greater in magnitude than A and B. Now look at this. There exists a weaker interactive force between the components A and B than those existing between BB molecules or AA molecules. So sometimes, in other way, we can say there is some repulsive force that exists between A and B. That means, simply saying, in liquid solution, A is not comfortable in the company of B, or similarly B is not comfortable in the company of A. So when A and B are not comfortable to each other in the solution, then what is happening is these molecules of A will try to leave the liquid and goes into vapor solution because they are less comfortable in the liquid solution. Similarly, B being less comfortable in the solution, the molecules of B will also try to move into the vapor phase. So this is the reason why the solution is showing positive deviation. That means this A has a greater tendency to get converted into vapor. Similarly, B has a greater tendency to convert or to escape into the vapor phase. The reason being this: A and B is having a weaker interactive force than BB or than AA, because A and B is having some sort of repulsion, something like they are having an enemy. They don't want to be in presence of each other, so they will try to leave the system as well as the other components comes into the picture. So this is intermolecular interaction. Then since now both the components does not follow Raoult's law, so according to Raoult's law, look at this: PA, vapor pressure of A, will be greater than the one predicted from Raoult's law. So this is Raoult's value. So the actual vapor pressure is greater than the Raoult's value. So we say this is having positive deviation. The values are greater than ideal value. Similarly, look at this: vapor pressure of B will always be greater than the one predicted from Raoult's law. If both the component A and B is having values greater than ideal value, then the total pressure will also be greater than the ideal value. So PA naught plus XA plus PB naught XB. This is the one predicted from ideal solution. Then the thermodynamics says enthalpy of mixing is also greater than 0, means this is having positive value. Now enthalpy of mixing is positive. The solution, dissolution or the solution is known as endothermic. Now look at this. Let me explain why this type of solution, the one showing positive deviation from Raoult's law, is having delta H greater than 0 or positive value. Now look at this. As I had mentioned you earlier, there exists some very big interactive force between A and component B, or there is some repulsive force. Now this A is not comfortable in presence of B, or B is not comfortable in presence of A. Now since both A and B is to be placed in the same solution, so for this A and B to remain in solution, some force has to be applied. So by use of this force, these A and B will coexist in the solution. So since we are enforcing some external agent, hence delta H of the solution is endothermic. Now look at this very carefully. Delta H mixing is positive, means endothermic. That means if we increase the temperature, the dissolution process A and B solubility will increase. That means now look at this. Suppose take this case. Now we have an A and B, both are mixed together. Then on mixing, there is a decrease in temperature. Listen to me carefully. We have A and B. They are measured at a constant temperature T. Now after mixing of this A and B, the solution temperature is found to be less than the solution of individual A and B. Now there is a decrease in temperature. Then the question says, which type of solution this AB shows? So now look at this. There is a decrease in temperature, means the process is endothermic, and if the process is endothermic, delta H will be positive. If delta H is positive, then the solution is positive deviation from Raoult's law. Similarly, look at this. Delta V mixing volume change is also greater than 0, means positive. Now look at this. This seems to be something funny. Also, now we take 5 ml of A in a container, 5 ml of B in another container. So volume before mixing is 5 plus 5, 10. Now A and B are mixed together. After this mixing of A and B, the total volume of solution is should be greater than 10. How can it be possible? Because we are having two liquid. So the reason is, look at this. The interaction between A and B is weak, or there is some repulsive force that exists between A and B. Because of this repulsive force at molecular level, at micro level, volume undergoes expansion. Because of this repulsive force, these A and B molecules will try to occupy larger volume. As A and B will try to occupy larger volume due to this repulsive force, the total volume of solution increases. Now I am saying this is at micro level. So again question may be asked, for a positive deviation, the total volume of solution is always greater than the summation of the volumes of individual components. So this is the one showing positive deviation from Raoult's law. Let me give you some examples of the solution showing positive deviation. Now AB interaction is weaker than BB or as well as AA. Now let's take this mixture. We have methanol plus water. Now look at this. In water we have hydrogen bond between water molecules, and again in water alcohol molecule we also have hydrogen bonds. Now when this alcohol is mixed with water, again there is hydrogen bond. But now look at this, the strength of hydrogen bond in water is stronger than the strength of hydrogen bond in methanol. That means when methanol is added to water, the stronger hydrogen bond that is present in the water should be break. And to break this stronger hydrogen bond present in the water molecule, we have to provide some external energy, and as a result, because of this, enthalpy of mixing is positive. Similarly, we can have a look at this ethanol C2H5OH plus water. This is again showing positive deviation from Raoult's law because of the same reason. Hydrogen bond in water is stronger than hydrogen bond present between water and alcohol. Then also we can have a look at this CHCl3 chloroform and carbon disulfide. Carbon disulfide is a nonpolar, so the force between the nonpolar molecule is van der Waals force or London dispersion force. Whereas in case of chloroform, because of electronegativity difference between carbon and chlorine, this molecule is a polar molecule. So we have an interaction is polar dipole dipole interaction. So dipole dipole interaction is stronger than London dispersion force. So on addition of carbon disulfide to this chloroform, now the stronger dipole dipole force is to be break. So the interactive force between chloroform and carbon disulfide, that is dipole van der Waals type. So this is weaker than dipole dipoles. Similarly, we can have a look at this acetone, that is CH3 C double bond O CH3. This is acetone. Again now look at, because of electronegativity difference there is polarity. So interactive force is dipole dipole. Now this with carbon tetrachloride. So in case of carbon tetrachloride, the attractive force is the non-polar, that is London dispersion force. So this is dipole dipole interaction. So interaction between acetone and chloroform is weaker than the attractive force between acetone molecules. So when we have this type of solution, this will try to move into the vapor phase. So the vapor pressure is always greater than the ideal value. Now coming to the graph which represents this non-ideal solution. So this represents the ideal value, but the actual value is something greater than the ideal value. So if you look at this graph, the graph for this ideal value is always greater than value is greater than the ideal value. So now look at this, both A and B value is greater than ideal value, so this is PB, this is PA. Now since A and B is greater than ideal value, then the total pressure will also be greater than the ideal value. So now since the total vapor pressure is greater than ideal value, we say this is showing positive deviation from the Raoult's law. So this is the case for positive deviation from the Raoult's law. Now all this can be explained based on this molecular interaction. So in any given solution, if you have to find, then we have to just check the strength of interactive force that exists between the pure component and that between the different components A and B in the solution. Once we can identify the interactive force or the strength of intermolecular attraction, we can easily predict whether the solution will be showing positive or negative. So this is positive deviation in terms of molecular interaction, in terms of Raoult's law, in terms of thermodynamic parameters and examples, and this is the graph. Now once we have this positive deviation from Raoult's law, the another solution of another category of non-ideal solution is negative deviation from Raoult's law. Now since in case of positive we have this, the negative will be just inverse of or just opposite of this positive value. Now coming to this negative deviation from Raoult's law, let's see. Negative deviation from Raoult's law. So in terms of intermolecular attractive force, now this interaction between A and B is weaker than interaction between A and B, means A and B is having stronger attractive force compared to that of A and A. Similarly, attractive force between A and B is much stronger than the attractive force that exists between B and B. Now I am saying the attractive force between A and B is stronger than AA or BB. That means when we have this solution, AB solution, there exists a much stronger attractive force between A and B in the solution. When there exists an attractive force between A and B components, so this A is comfortable in presence of B or B is more comfortable in presence of A. So when they are comfortable in presence of other, they will try to remain in the liquid solution. If this A and B tries to remain in the liquid solution, then the tendency for this A to escape into vapor or B to escape into vapor will be decreased. As less molecules of A and B are going into the vapor phase, the vapor pressure of A and B will always be less than the one expected from the Raoult's law, that is Raoult's law. So this is the case. So PA, vapor pressure of A in the solution, is less than the one predicted from ideal value. Similarly, vapor pressure of B in the solution is less than the one predicted from ideal value, and the total pressure is also less than the one ideal value. That means, why this is so? Because A and B is having stronger attractive force. Now for this thermodynamic parameter, this enthalpy of mixing is less than 0, or we say this is negative, and we say this is exothermic. Delta V mixing is also less than 0, and we say this is negative. Now we are thinking, now look at this, we have to explain why this enthalpy is less than 0, why volume is less than 0. Now first of all, let me explain this, why enthalpy change for this mixing is less than 0. Now look at this, A and B exists a much stronger attractive force between AA or BB. When there exists a much stronger attractive force, during this attractive force, some amount of energy must be released. As the amount of energy is released, total energy contained in the system will decrease. Hence, the enthalpy changes negative. Now, so since enthalpy change being negative, heat is released. So that release heat will increase the temperature of the system. So if a particular solution or mixing there is an increase in temperature, then the type of solution is negative deviation from Rolle's. Now examples of this solution showing negative deviation. Chloroform and acetone, CH3, C double bond O, CH3. Now acetone is dipole-dipole interaction, chloroform is dipole-dipole interaction, but when chloroform is mixed with acetone, hydrogen of chloroform forms hydrogen bond with oxygen of acetone. So in this solution, the attractive force is hydrogen bond. So in case of intermolecular attractive force, hydrogen bond is the strongest. So there exists a stronger force between chloroform and acetone through hydrogen bond. Second, this is example. Water plus HCl. Now look at this. When HCl is placed in water, hydrogen of this forms bond with oxygen's hydronium ion is formed. So we have a stronger attractive force here. Similar, we can take this water plus nitric acid, water plus sulfuric acid. Look at this. Methanoic acid plus aniline. Now this is a weak acid, this is a weak base. So when these are mixed together, there is a stronger force between these two. Or we can have a look at this acetic acid plus aniline, etc. So in all these, there exists a stronger attractive force between the components. Then this is showing negative deviation. So this is for positive deviation. Now for negative surface deviation, each of these component is having values less than the one predicted from ideal value. So therefore look at this, for negative deviation, this PB is less than ideal value. Similarly, PA is also less than ideal value, and this total pressure will also be less than the ideal. So this is PA, this is total pressure. So this is the Blake source negative deviation. Negative deviation. Green ideal, and the blue positive deviation from Rolle's law. So these are the characteristics of three types of solution. Means the one which is showing positive deviation, the one which is showing negative deviation, and the one which does not show positive or negative, that is ideal solution. So these are the parameters by which we can easily identify the solution. So the more important thing is we have to keep in mind this. Once we say, we can easily define this. So for negative, delta H, delta P is negative. Experimental value is always less than the theoretical value. For positive, these two is greater than 0 positive, and this experimental value is also greater than the theoretical expected from Rolle's law. And all these properties we can explain from this intermolecular attractive. So for this non-ideal solution, this PA is greater than or less than PA naught XA. PB may be greater than or may be less than PB naught XB. greater than positive, less than negative, and this total pressure may be greater than or may be less than PA naught XA plus PB naught XB. That is for non-ideal solution, whereas for ideal solution means these values are not equals to 0. So for ideal solution this is, and this says for non-ideal solution, for these types of solution, delta H mixing is less than or greater than 0. Delta V mixing is greater than or less than 0. Greater than 0 positive, less than 0 negative deviation. So this is the parameters for non-ideal solution, and this is the graph. I have combined the three graphs: ideal, negative deviation, positive deviation. So this is the nature of solutions. So most of the time solution will be non-ideal type because the strength of intermolecular attractive force are different in nature. Now look at this. Having learned this non-ideal solution, which was positive deviation from Raoult's law or negative deviation from Raoult's law. Now this solution showing positive deviation from the Raoult's law or negative deviation from Raoult's law shows a property which is known as azeotrope or azeotropic mixture. So azeotrope or azeotropic mixture is a mixture which boils with a constant temperature, whose boiling point is greater than or less than the individual components. So a particular solution which boils with a constant temperature is known as azeotropic mixture. So for this azeotropic mixture, at that particular point the vapor phase composition and the liquid phase compositions are identical, and that is indistinguishable. That type of solution is known as azeotrope. Constant boiling solution. Now for this azeotropic composition, mole fraction at liquid and vapors are same. Their compositions are same exact at that point. Now this azeotropic mixture cannot be distilled into pure components. Cannot be distilled into pure components. Now this azeotropic mixture is of two types. So first look at this. Solution with positive deviation will show minimum boiling azeotrope. Minimum boiling azeotrope. So minimum boiling azeotrope means the boiling point of this solution at this particular azeotropic composition is less than the boiling points of the pure components. So this is given by solution with positive deviation from Raoult's law. So solutions with positive deviation from Raoult's law shows minimum boiling azeotrope. So this solution one we can have this minimum boiling, the one having larger values of vapor pressure than expected from ideal value. So we can test this ethanol plus water. Now while discussing this a positive deviation from Raoult's law, we have just shown the graph. This is vapor process versus composition. This is boiling point versus composition. So x is 1 here, xb is 0, x is 0, xb is 1, x is 1 here, xb is 0 here, xb is 1 here, x is 0 here. Now for negative deviation, so this is from positive deviation. Suppose this is Pn naught, this is Pb naught. The values are greater than the theoretical value. So now look at this, at this particular point, at this composition x time, vapor pressure is maximum. If the vapor pressure is maximum, the boiling point will be less. Now since A being more volatile than B, the boiling point of A will be less than the boiling point of B. So now this is the boiling point of A and this is the boiling point of pure B. Now at this particular composition, vapor pressure is being maximum, so boiling point will be minimum. So this is the point where the boiling point is minimum, that is x prime. So this is boiling point, minimum boiling azeotrope. Now if we try to, at this particular point, the composition in the vapor and the composition in the liquid will be same. So this is liquid, this is gas, this is liquid, this is vapor. यहाँ पे we have a vapor, we have liquid here. This is liquid, this is vapor. Now try to distill. Now moving from this point to this point, we can easily distill the components, but at this point the solution will behave as if like a pure component. Once the solution mixture is behaving as if like a pure component, that solution will not be able to distill further. That particular point is what we call as azeotropic mixture. So this point, the composition in liquid and vapors are identical and solution boils with a constant temperature, that is known as minimum boiling. So minimum boiling is shown by solution with positive deviations. This is second. That means this mixture, ethanol water mixture, cannot be distilled to 100% by normal distillation process. Second one is maximum boiling azeotrope. Maximum boiling azeotrope. So this maximum boiling is shown by a solution with negative deviation. Solution with negative deviation from Raoult's law, and solution showing negative deviation from Raoult's law. Now we can have this mixture nitric acid plus water. So because of strong attractive force within these two components, the vapor pressure is less than the one expected from theoretical value. So this was the graph for maximum vapor pressure, that is solution with positive deviation, and this is minimum boiling. So this is vapor pressure versus composition, this is boiling point versus composition graph. Now coming to this solution with negative deviation from Raoult's law, now we have to modify the graph. Now since solution with negative deviation from Raoult's law, these values are less than the one expected from Raoult's law. So at this particular composition, the vapor pressure is minimum. So since the vapor pressure is minimum, the boiling point will be maximum at this particular point. This particular point, when the vapor pressure is minimum, is having maximum So this at this point separation of the components is not possible. This particular point is known as maximum boiling azeotrope. So since the boiling vapor pressure is minimum, so boiling point will be maximum. So this is the graph which represents azeotropic. So we have to find what is azeotropic mixture, solution with constant boiling temperature, at which the mole fraction and liquid and vapors are same, and this can be further distilled. And these are two types of azeotropic mixture. So these are non-ideal solution. So only non-ideal solution shows this azeotropic mixture, maximum boiling or minimum boiling based on whether this is positive deviation or which is negative deviation from Raoult's law. So this is non-ideal solution. Hopefully you enjoyed the class. See you later.